Running for our lives in springtime. Spring.
Welcome to Mornings with Mr. Kolton and Nick.
Hello, welcome to Mornings with Mr. Kolton.
Today we're going to do another cooking episode, and Nick is going to show us how to make
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti and meat sauce.
The first thing you do is you want to turn the stove on medium heat.
Okay.
And you want to break up the meat. We're using ground beef because I really like that. When you're breaking up the meat and you have meat on your hands, raw meat, you don't want to eat it. That's really, really bad for you.
Yeah. And we should wash our hands first, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Tell me. Okay. So, you want to just take one chunk of meat and you want to break it up.
You're also going to want to turn on your water, fill up a pot full of water, and you're going to want to turn it on to high because we're going to want this to boil.
And that's what we're going to put the spaghetti in.
That's right. Okay, that's enough meat. It's only two of us. For two of us, that should be enough meat. If you had more people, you could make more.
I'm going to wash my hands because you don't want to touch any food with raw meat hands. If you touch raw meat, the next step before you do anything else, wash your hands.
And then we want to add some seasoning and spices. So we have some garlic powder. We're going to couple pinches of garlic powder.
Okay.
Another one of those. We got some lemon pepper seasoning.
2 pinches of that.
One big pinch of that. Perfect.
Oh, that smells good. I wish you could smell it. It smells so good.
And a little bit of nice black pepper. Perfect.
Oh. And
Yeah, you can stir it up. Make sure all those spices are incorporated as it cooks. And we're going to let that brown. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes as that browns. So the meat has been browned. It only took about 5 minutes. And now Nick is going to take that off the stove and scrape it into a bowl for later. And a splash of olive oil in the pan. About a tablespoon. Just a quick splash. Perfect. And since the pan is already hot, we're just going to put in the onion and the garlic. Actually, onion first.
and now the garlic?
Not yet. Garlic can burn, so you want to put it in near the end after the onions have clarified. You just want to cook the onions for about 2-3 minutes.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay. Now we're going to stir around the onions. You want them to go from kind of a whitish to a nice, almost clear color. And then we're going to add the garlic.
Be careful around knives.
We can see that the water's boiling, so we're going to want to add salt to the water first. Lots of salt in the water. You want to make it almost like seawater. Now it's time to add the tomatoes. We got crushed tomatoes. Add that in. And give it a good mix.
Oh, it smells so good. Maybe it's just the meat.
Another pinch of salt. Nice big pinch of pepper. Now that's going to cook for a little bit. Meanwhile, we're going to add the spaghetti to the water. The 2 of those.
Okay.
That'd be 1 for me. And another 1 of those. About the same size.
There.
Yep. Spread these around so that they don't all stick together, and then they'll just melt into the pot.
Instead of just going to buy spaghetti that's already made, making pasta at home, that's better.
Just tomatoes and garlic and onions, and nothing beats it. Now you're going to want to stir the pasta to make sure it all gets in the water. Use a separate spoon.
Okay. Distribute. There. Now it's all under there.
Yeah, and keep it stir. Give it a good stir. There we go. Okay, we'll get back to stirring it in a bit. We're going to let the sauce now turn it down a bit to simmer. Let that go. And the pasta is going to be ready in about 10 minutes. And the sauce will be ready about then too. And we'll add back the meat right before that. We're back. It's been about 10 minutes. The pasta is ready. I've taken out a little bit. Best way to know is to take out a little bit and chew it. And it's perfect. And the sauce has reduced wonderfully. Before we drain the pasta, we're going to take 2 scoops of pasta water and put it into the sauce. Just water, not pasta. 1 and 2. Oh, let's make it 3. And 3. And he's going to mix that around and then add the meat. The pasta water has a little bit of salt in it, as well as the starch from the pasta, and it makes it nice and glossy, so that it sticks to the noodles really nice. There we go. He's going to mix that up, and I'm going to drain the pasta just because boiling water, please, boiling water, be careful, and let your parents do that part. There we go. We're just going to let that cool for a little bit. So let's take a look at that sauce. Oh, that's looking good. Get it all nice and mixed up.
It's messed up.
Mixed up. Okay, here, I'll serve it. You can grate some cheese on top.
I'm gonna taste it.
All right.
I'm the taste judge.
Tell me what you think. Careful, it's hot. So what do you think?
That's really good.
What does it taste like?
Tomatoes, meat, and spaghetti.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's how to make some spaghetti and meat sauce. It's no longer morning, but thanks for joining us for Mr. Kolton in the mornings. Bon appetit, and we'll
See you in the next episode.
Mornings with Mr. Kolton and Nick.